Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I have here today is the 2025 Toyota Fortuner V variant. This is a step up to the G variant, but this is the second to the lowest variant. And I would like to thank everyone here at Toyota Show Incorporated and to Miss Joanna Miranda for making this walk-around review possible. Now, it's about time I covered the V variant because I have literally completed every Fortuner already on the channel, and I wanted to see what this V variant is all about. Now, up at front, you get LED lights, including fog lamps too, which is not present in the G variant itself. You get a ground clearance of 190 millimeters, and the face overall, it is identical to the G variant. So there's like chrome elements over here and a blacked out grille too, along too with a front-facing camera. On the side profile, like with every other Fortuner, but for once, for this V variant, you get blacked out trims on the window sills itself. Usually when it comes with these Fortuners, they tend to have a lot of chrome, and the only chrome that retained here on the side profile are in the door handles, and like before, you get side steps throughout the vehicle, and like that of the G and Q variant, these are running on 265/60 and 18 series tires. Buying this Toyota Fortuner V variant, so unlike with that of the Q variant but the same with the G variant, this is a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder diesel engine that produces 147 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Remember, if you want a manual Fortuner, you can only get it with the G base model. And what else to talk about with this engine? Actually, I really want to drive with this drivetrain because I've only driven the more powerful versions of this Fortuner. Now here at the rear of this Toyota Fortuner V, now this V compared to the G variant has much better taillights, and look at that. And now it's just the time that I actually appreciated these taillights for some reason. And despite having less chrome than usual, this entire part is all chromed out around in the Fortuner badge, because I recall even the Q is all blacked out. So again, I don't mind it whatsoever since this is one of the lower variants anyway. And open the boot up. This does not have an electronic tailgate, by the way, including with the G variant. This is where you can see the problem with this Fortuner. Just like before, if you want to fold the third row, it's very similar like that of an FX. And the first time I will demo on camera how to fold these guys up. So fold this guy out from the latches, and then it will automatically fold up, and just, if you can, clip it here on either side. So with all of the seats up, you have 200 liters. Now in this configuration, it's at 716 liters. Now if you try to fold down just the third row, there's still a good amount of space. And finally, when you fold all of the seats down, it's at 1080 liters. And underneath, there's nothing actually, because the spare tire is just right here, just like with every other SUV. I'm gonna put this down for the segment later. Okay. Here in the interior of this Toyota Fortuner V van, here in the door card, this being second to the lowest variant, there's still a lot of plastics, but you have cloth materials, at least for your elbow, so it gives it still a nice touch. And visually overall, this is very much identical with the rest of the lineup. Apart, of course, this is all blacked out, but the design language is pretty much identical. So you get still at least tilt and telescopic for the steering wheel, and itself, this is all polyurethane. Oh, this top part is actually like plastic. Oh, I never knew that. And two, you get paddle shifters, and they're black, which is nice. And buttons here, you get your phone connectivity and volume adjustments on the left side, and on the right for the TFT display right in the middle. And this being the V variant, you only get regular cruise control. Anything above this, which is the Q, up to the GRS, they have the full ADAS systems. This has blue accents once again for the tachometer and speedometer. And you have a 4.2-inch TFT display right in the middle, which shows all of your important information like fuel economy, your trip distance, and so forth. And here on the left side, you get blank buttons, but at least you have functioning ones like for your parking brake and for your top-down 360-degree camera. The resolution is okay, but hey, at least you still have these systems for this variant. And for this 9-inch infotainment system, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Yay! And yeah, what else? It's a pretty basic infotainment system. And of course, being a Toyota and a Toyota lover myself, Yep, it's so easy to get used to. And two, you still have mirror cast, and just in case your Android and Apple CarPlay apps do not work whatsoever. Again, kudos to Toyota for putting that feature. And further down, you get your safety reminders, climate control functions. Thank God they're all buttons. I do not care if it is gloss black, but hey, still functions as ISO. On, off, adjustment, temp. It's not here in the infotainment system. Oh no, I'm driving. Oh no. Ugh. See? Kidding aside, further down, you got a 12-volt socket, extra cubby space, a wireless charging pad for this V variant, and you get cup holders. This is what I like too with this V variant, and I cannot complain with this Fortuner whatsoever because it has literally everything that I need in a 7-seater SUV. Mwah. Anyways, back here, so get leather parts here too around in the infotainment system. Oh, and my favorite, you get a analog clock along too with your hazard button. Reminds me of my, I should stop saying that. Kidding aside, you have halogen lights above here, sunglasses holder, visor. Oh, okay, the vanity mirrors only for the passenger. They don't extend, but at least you have a ticket clip holder. And here in the middle, another wood trim effect around in the gear shift. Then you have for your electronic stability control. And these are your driving modes. So we have eco, and then if everything is off, that is normal, and power mode. I really wish I can drive this soon. So you have a manual handbrake still, which is nice. Center console box, you have a decent amount of space, and like with all of the Fortuners now, you have a double glove box. How about that? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this feature. On either side, at the edges of the dashboard, you have pop-out cup holders. You can literally adjust them as is if you want to put bigger stuff like tumblers as such. And this is where you can see this is the near to the base model because of these assists. These are all manual, but an upgrade to the G-Van. I think this is the same weave texture that you get in the Innova V variant. Yes, these are still cloth seats, but hey, there's this nice addition of the design. Bolstering is alright. The seats are hard, but fair at the same time, so it's very much doable. As for the second row here of this Toyota Fortuner V, same texture and design with the second row itself, and you still get at least a central armrest with two pop-out cup holders. How about that? So it gives a little bit more of a commanding presence. Everything here is manually adjusted as such. Here in the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front, and I like they retain the cloth material here for your elbow. So this is already my driving position. Yeah, oops. Yeah, so the space is still pretty much good. Yeah, I didn't adjust this that much, but you can literally bend all the way forward. Headroom is pretty good still. You have two map pockets here and a 4-kilogram hook. So I will test this out now for the first time on camera. Excuse me. See, this is literally the issue with the Fortuner. The hooks are not high enough to support the bags, not even backpack. So you're just better off putting this in the floor itself. And here in the middle, you get a 12-volt socket, an extra storage once again. And further down below, you get two Type A USB ports. At least it makes up for that. And above here, you get your air conditioning controls along with a halogen dome light, air conditioning vents too on either side. And if I sit here in the middle, the cushion's actually a little bit softer than either side of the seat. You have a transmission tunnel, but it's not too high, so doesn't affect my size whatsoever. Okay, I'll show you the third row. And like before, the second row seats tumble forward, so getting in here to the third row itself is much easier than usual. So the second row seating positions already in my acceptable terms already. So the feet and knee room is actually pretty good. The headroom, just enough. I'm 5'4" by the way. Literally that much headroom left, and at least you get two air conditioning vents above here. And this seat was actually for the middle passenger for the second row. And actually, I don't mind. There you go. I don't mind sitting here for a long trip because, yeah, it's really spacious and still very much comfortable here at the third row. And not much toys here. So I don't know, there's a cup holder here, at least on the left side, and on the right, there's a much larger space. So I assume as well for putting your bottles and cups and whatnot. So if I sit here in the middle, it's all right too. So my head's just hitting the ceiling. But if you're planning to carry 3 to 4 people of my size here at the third row, it's pretty much okay. But this is a thing with the third row too. There's a gap here. So literally this third row is best for 2 or maybe even 3 people. Right, so that's about it with this Toyota Fortuner V. Now, for the cost of all of this stands at 2 million pesos flat. And I would say this is much better spec than that of the G variant. But of course, with any Fortuner you get, there is still very much a good buy. Although I would get the Q because it has the LTD face already. But hey, the base and this one are still good in my opinion. So again, I'd like to thank everyone here at Toyota Show Incorporated and to Miss Joanna Miranda for making this walk-around review possible. Again, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future Toyota reviews and hopefully the test drives of this G and V in the future. Bye-bye.